Hi, Scorpio. So I really need to get your reading done today, apparently. Did the Libra reading this morning, and I started doing like personal readings and stuff because typically the energy that of the general reading that I'm going to do, I need to like kind of get it out before I start the personal stuff. Did some personal readings, and then it like popped up in my head. I got to get this Scorpio reading out. So much so, just this anxiety hit me. And I can't really explain it. I like literally had to do energy work on myself to like calm down, make some tea. It was very interesting. So, for June, I hope you guys are having a good May. You're really, because the sign just opposite of you is having a big, had this big transition of Uranus going into Taurus. Taurus is opposite you guys. Whew, it is impacting you. Which is okay. Like, I feel like you guys think that it's not okay that this is happening. And I'm not laughing at your expense, but you guys are seriously like digging in your heels and you're like, I am not okay with the way I feel right now. I am not okay. And you're not the only sign that's feeling like this. Every sign is having to let go of something. And I mean, I'm like at the point my mouth is dry. I can't seem to catch my breath. I really want you guys to like slow down. I even put my Tree of Life shirt back on that I wore for the Divine Feminine. I feel like you guys super need to ground yourself and recognize and realize that this too shall pass. I know that that's a really cheesy saying, but it will. It's true. This will pass. This energy that you're feeling right now is necessary for growth. And it's can be very scary, and fear can be very paralyzing, but it can also be a really great motivator to move. And it's hard for a fixed sign to move, especially when you're emotionally invested in things. So I feel like you guys think that you're going to miss out on something if you don't move, but at the same time, if you do make an advance or you do make some sort of movement, it could backfire. And you don't want the backfire. You don't want the rejection. You want it to just all work out. And totally understandable. I get it. Except if you live within the fear and it paralyzes you and you don't just move forward and try, it can really be tough. The anxiety will get worse if you don't move. The anxiety will, if you oppress that anxiety, it's just going to get worse. So let's get straight into your reading. I guess I said straight into your reading. It is already 3 minutes in. If somebody wants to timestamp, I've been telling everybody, I don't mind. It does not offend me if you timestamp the video to when I start shuffling the cards. I just like to tell everybody the energies that I'm getting from them before I start shuffling, so we can better understand how to navigate it together. And it's funny, like as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know that you guys have things to say, and I know that you want to come out and say it, but it's like the tact, like how tactful can I be in this kind of situation so you don't say it. 4 of Cups. This is exactly what I'm feeling, like sitting within my emotions, kind of paralyzed. But I also look at this card and I think this guy is very grounded to the earth, and he's meditating. He's in a very contemplative state of mind. And I kind of want to see you guys put yourself there and not be so anxious about all of these emotions that you're feeling, because the anxiety is very, very real. And again, like not discounting how it feels at all. 9 of Swords, right? Anxiety is very, very real. The distress of knowing that you're going to have to not be so stubborn. I mean, this is like the essence of a Scorpio right here, because it is very fixed, but it is very emotional at the same time. So in June, as you guys, and know that these energies are going to even out, you know, like that first big push of Uranus into Taurus, this is going to even out. It's not going to be something that is so powerful. You know, it's going to be there for 7 to 8 years with retrogrades and stuff. So, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles. There's a very real fear of having to live your life by yourself, or like having to build your life, build your empire, if you will, alone. And if this is what your calling is right now, to build your life alone, to do the work by yourself, I kind of feel like you're being almost forced to think about, do I really want to be alone, or do I want to work with, you know, do I want to incorporate other people in my life? Yeah, the questions around it. 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. See, and I feel like if this guy in the 9 of Swords would just lift his head up a little bit and acknowledge that he has much more, has much more in front of him than he originally thought, then it wouldn't be so unclear. It wouldn't be so confusing. It wouldn't look so far out. Because the guy with his eyes closed and his face down in all of this anxiety, this guy with his eyes closed and his face down, wrapped up in his emotional, wrapped up in his feelings, just surrounding him, cannot see the gifts from the universe. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. It's there. It is right there. And, you know, we can always dismiss the gift because we don't like the way it looks. But when the universe offers you a gift of prosperity or of love, and you don't accept it, typically it takes a long time for it to come back around again. And you can't be the person that's like, oh, well, I'm not ready for the gift right now, but I'll be ready later, so can we just put that on hold? That's not really how it works. We can detour in our life and not accept the gifts that the universe is offering. But, you know, because I kind of feel like you guys are sitting there going, I don't really know what I want, so these things are like showing up in front of me. It's not the way that I thought they were going to look, so I'm not going to accept it. Let's clarify some of this. The 4 of Cups. A lot of contemplation, a lot of thinking, a lot of emotional sitting and wondering and hoping and dreaming and praying and longing. And this is kind of what I'm saying, like in the very stubborn essence of a Scorpio, that's not the way that I wanted it to go. That's not the way I thought it was going to look. That's not the way I was imagining things happening. And so why? Why? Well, and then Temperance comes along on the 4 of Cups and says, well, let's balance this out a little bit. Balance out your heart and your mind. Sure, it doesn't look the way you thought it was. It doesn't look like you thought it was originally going to look, these gifts, but they're still gifts. Maybe they're not as big as you thought they were going to be. Maybe the job was a little is a little further from home than you thought. Maybe the person that is offering this Ace of Cups to you is doesn't look exactly the way you thought they would look, doesn't, act, they don't have the right job, they don't, this or that. And you get in this thought process of, well, but I want it to be my way. I want it to be the way that I thought it was going to go. Why can't it just be like that? And then you start to get anxious about what your future holds. You cannot, pride and ego, right? You cannot control a gift. I was going to say it's like getting a birthday gift and then not having the gift receipt and taking it back to the store and only getting store credit, or when you just wanted the money back, or, whatever. I mean, you can give the gift back controlling it, but you're still going to have to buy something from the same store because you didn't have the receipt, right? I mean, like, putting it in layman's terms, like putting it in simple. So you can't be like, don't get ego driven about what it is that you want in life and the way that you want it to look. Yeah, because truly, there's so much abundance for you. Even if you have to do it on your own, there's so much abundance for you out there. Like, what is this Nine of Pentacles? We don't know. You're awfully confused by it anyways. When the cards do that. They have been doing that in every single June reading so far. I said, I don't know. Out pops the moon. I don't know. What is that Nine of Pentacles? What is it that I want to do? How do I want to build my empire? You can't see it clearly right now. And that's why you're trying to control it. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm actually laughing at how awesome spirit can be sometimes. Because I shock myself. Like, it still shocks me when things like that happen. You can't see what's going to happen in your future, and that's okay. Because the fear of the unknown is what paralyzes us to sit still and then wait. It's like, no, I'm just going to wait for the universe to come along and give me a reason, or give me that gift, or give me the opportunity. But the thing is sometimes that opportunity comes along and it doesn't look the way that we want it to look. And we don't take that chance. We don't take that opportunity. We don't jump for what the universe is giving us because I don't like it. It doesn't have the right bow on it. Seriously, I feel like you guys want this pretty little package with everything to look just right. And I'm not throwing shade at you. Everybody wants to have that perfect love, that perfect job, this perfect stability. But the thing is nothing is ever perfect. Perfection is overrated. A Virgo is saying that. Perfection is overrated. So if I can say it, yes, you guys can say it too. You don't have to be in the mindset that just because you don't know what's coming, that there's no abundance. Because there is abundance coming. You just don't know when. So it's time to get honest. The Moon card really is all about, I want to say, it was so funny because I was like, there aren't any major arcanas coming out. And then I started to clarify. And here come all the major arcanas. Because the universe is saying, you think this is so small. You think that these gifts that we're trying to give you aren't big enough for you. Aren't grand enough for you. But my dear, just wait. Just wait and try not to let it be ego-based. Try not to think that things gotta look the way they gotta look. I gotta get a drink, sorry. So, the Seven of Cups. When the future is fuzzy. What do we do when the future is fuzzy? We can't see what's coming. We are very, very, very confused. So many illusions in our path. I could go this way. I could go that way. A lot of people are coming at me with a lot of different ideas and a lot of different things. You know, I want it to be a certain way. I'm going to find out on my own. Queen of Swords. So is there a confusion about, it doesn't have to be an air sign, but somebody that's kind of, I feel like this person is kind of pulled back, is a little bit cold. Possibly somebody who you cut out of your life, or they cut you out of their life. And if not, this could be somebody that's coming into your life, into your existence, an air sign, or somebody that doesn't readily show emotions, they have a very hard time with expressing how they feel. And it confuses you. You don't know your future with this person. And this could be the person that's giving you anxiety and making you sit in your feelings and where you have to balance out your head and your heart. And I don't know where to go from here. We also have Sagittarius, we have Aries, and we have Pisces. So we'll just get those out of the way as well. Yeah, you are like in a prison of your mind, of your own mind, of your own making right now. 8 of Swords on the Ace of Cups, because it's like there is a gift, or there was a gift that the universe offered you, and it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, or you're not really sure what to make of it, or you can't really see it clearly right now. And so you got all stuck up in your head. The 8 of Swords is a self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. Instead of worrying about this gift, instead of trying to figure out where it came from or where it's going to go from here, let it go. Let it go. This person who's put you up in your head may not be the person you're supposed to be with. Because out of all of these cups that are here, these 7 cups that are here, there's this one cup that you thought, yep, that's it. That's my cup. That's the one I want. And then it was either taken away from you, or it was cut out of your life, and now you're like, okay, now what's my cup? Because I'm super confused about this. Or it could be the other way around. Somebody could be really confused about you. I feel like you're in the confused mode because I'm feeling your anxiety. And if you're cross-watching a Scorpio and they are the one that put you up in your head, maybe they're not for you. Right? Maybe that's not the person that you thought they were. Maybe that isn't the ultimate gift that you were supposed to get. Maybe it was a gift at one time, and maybe there's a new gift coming in, and you've blocked yourself from seeing it. Again, another person that isn't seeing clearly because he has a blindfold on. So raise your head, take the blindfold off. See the gifts that are coming to you instead of expecting it to look differently, expecting it to look in another way. And then the King of Pentacles on the Ace of Pentacles. You really want somebody in your life who is stable and grounded and can offer you something. Somebody who's a king. Now, if you're a man and you're watching this, somebody who's a queen. It's a general reading. It's not going to come out as the gender that you want it to be. You want to be the King of Pentacles. So take the blindfold off. Raise your head. Raise your head. So we have the Devil, the 6 of Swords, King of Cups, there you are, Ace of Wands, another ace, guys, 5 of Cups, Strength, and the 10 of Wands. So we have a Capricorn, possible Capricorn, that I feel like this could be a very good business opportunity, this Capricorn. This Capricorn in your life, it's like they're really helping you. Either it's a really good friend, it's just something very stable that is coming into your life that's really going to help balance out your mental, like you're going to get some mental clarity. This person is going to bring you mental clarity. And it could just be a really good friendship that pops up into your life. Doesn't have to be a Capricorn. Could be a Virgo or Taurus, but I'm seeing Capricorn here. Just somebody who kind of like lays it out there and you're like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And bam, opportunity shows up. Because once we get mental clarity, here you are with your opportunity. Ace of Wands. Something new, something you're passionate about, something exciting. There is a spark that shows up in June for you. And again, now you're seeing clearly. Do you see this? This guy doesn't have his head down. He's not blindfolded. You are seeing clearly now. You can see clearly now the rain is gone, right? And I feel like once you're able to see this spark, these other opportunities really start to show up. Really start to open up your mind to it because you start to let go. And with the Five of Cups, it sucks. You're going to need the strength for it. You're going to have to let go. Sometimes we have to like lose things to gain things. And because you are doing the work, 10 of Wands, there's another ace underneath the 10 of Wands, guys. I am not even like slightly kidding about this reading. So much good stuff coming in. And it's because you did the work and you're doing the work. So I feel like towards so like the first half of June, there's going to be this anxious feeling of, I know that I'm really trying to control something and I really got to let it go because Betsy told me that Uranus went into the sign opposite of me and now things are all getting all shook up. I don't know what my future holds. So instead of putting yourself in this anxiety, just know in advance. You don't have to do that. You can take a shortcut. Like, you can cut that trip short. You don't have to sit up in your anxiety. You can see this Ace of Cups. You can see this Ace of Pentacles, this Ace of Wands, this Ace of Swords. You can see it all clearly if you choose to. Or you can sit in your anxiety for a little bit. It's not gonna, I feel like you're not going to do that for very long. Because the opportunities are going to start rolling in. It's almost like you're not going to be able to, they're going to be so apparent. And I don't mean that everybody's going to get rich and everybody's going to fall in love and everybody's going to have like brilliant ideas. They could be very small. It could be a kind gesture from a stranger. You probably don't even know their sign, but it like clicked in your mind. They say something to you really quick, clicked in your mind, and you're like, well, holy crap, there we go. Perfect opportunity for me to start moving forward. Didn't even think of it that way. Sometimes that happens. And yeah, you're going to have to do the work, but it's going to be very satisfying. As long as you lay the burdens down, because again, this guy can't see where he's going. He has to be open enough to drop all of those burdens so he can see where he's going. Right? So, letting go of the past, having the strength to do it. Towards the end of June, I do feel like there will be a chance for you to purge the things of the past so you can allow the gifts to come in. And oh, how beautiful the gifts are. So don't hold yourself back from receiving. Don't hold yourself back from receiving. Okay? I have a link below for an event I'm doing in Boston on July 27th. Check that link out. The tickets are on sale. I will be doing an event the weekend before in New York. I don't have that link yet, but I will let you know when I do. May specials are still going for the next 5 days. FaceTime, Skype readings are on special, as well as the Soul's Lesson. On June 1st, I will do the Soulmate readings and the Soul Lesson readings. They will be on special. And InstantGo app, I'm always available on the InstantGo app if you want to message me. I love you guys. Have a really great beginning of June. Keep your head up and be open to receiving. Be open to receiving because everything's coming in for you. I'll see you guys for the second half. Bye.